We are now ringside for the Scrapple in the Apple. We are moments away. Let me introduce everyone who is in the room with me. First of all, Len Berman will be calling the fight tonight. Isn't that right, Len?
That is correct.
And it is a pleasure to have you here.
And it's a pleasure to be here. This is very exciting. You have there's not a seat available.
That's right. Everything is sold out, and a lot of the money, in fact, all of the money raised today is going to the mentally retarded, which is a charity of Geraldo Rivera's. And also sitting with us up on stage is Michael Spinks, the champ. Michael, who are you calling in the fight?
Well, I'm going with the big man.
I see. Would that be Len Berman or me?
That's Frankie.
I see you're going with Frank Stallone and Len as well. You're seeing Frank Stallone. Well, a lot of Geraldo fans back there, that's for sure. The fighters are in the ring.
No, they're not.
They're not? Who wrote that card? Let's go now to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, I would like to introduce a very distinguished member of the boxing fraternity here. He's a 1976 Olympic gold medal champion, a two-time world champion, and the only light heavyweight champion in boxing history to step up and win the heavyweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, former heavyweight champion of the world, Michael Spinks.
Yeah, Michael Spinks, ladies and gentlemen.
Michael Spinks.
Yeah.
And in the ring at this time, the man who will be scoring this bout as third judge, but he is well known as a referee. He'll be in charge of all the action. He has worked in 100 world title bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Mercanti.
Yeah, Arthur Mercanti. Mention his penis size.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I understand the fighters are on their way, and that's all we need for the introductions.
Here we go.
So now, from the Howard Stern television show, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah! Len, there's Frank Stallone, looking very confident.
Smiling, working the crowd. Yeah, he looks to be in good shape.
He looks well oiled too, Howard.
Yes, he does. He looks good. Frank is in his purple outfit and looks very tan. He's looking great. That's pretty exciting, Len. Now, Frank Stallone and I, waiting for Geraldo. Is that a psychological advantage to kind of stay out of the ring for a while?
Oh, sure. They do that all the time and try to make the other guy wait and try to get him nervous and upset. And Geraldo exercising that ploy right now.
I see.
Frank keeping himself warm, though, in the ring.
Yeah, Frank is just throwing a few punches.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, let me introduce the fighter who has already arrived. He's wearing the purple colors, weighs 178 pounds. His record, 22 victories, 18 KOs, only 2 defeats. From Potomac, Maryland, ladies and gentlemen, Frank Stallone!
Yeah! Frank Stallone, everybody. The great Frank Stallone, everyone. Frank looks tough, doesn't he, Len?
Oh, he looks good. He looks in good shape, too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in there with him today.
Me neither.
And coming into the ring at this time, he'll be wearing the black trunks, weighing 162 pounds, with a record of 3-1-1, a knockout victory to his credit from right here in the Big Apple, New York City, presenting Geraldo, the classic Rock Rivera.
Geraldo wearing his headgear already. Frank,
Yeah, and he looks very serious. Geraldo not smiling at all. Frank,
you know,
joking with the crowd. So a very difference in demeanor right off the bat.
I got to tell you, I'm watching Geraldo, and he does look in shape. He looks very, very good.
But remember, Geraldo's coming in at 162. Stallone has 16 pounds and 2 inches.
And the tan, and don't forget the tan. Everybody knows
Now,
All
that.
right, Frank getting into his headgear now.
Yep, both in their headgear,
Both in
16-ounce
headgear.
gloves.
Geraldo looks tough. He really does. You know, you forget that although Geraldo's a lighter man, you got to take a look at those trunks, and he's packing something in those pants.
Geraldo wearing the menacing black colors. I think
know.
that's an advantage. Black trunks,
Psychological.
black headgear, where Frank has purple trunks and kind of what, a beige?
Yeah,
beige
tan,
headgear.
yeah, something like that.
Never quite seen that color in headgear before.
I'd like to say something right now. Frank hasn't hurt himself so far.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, referee Arthur Mercanti will give the fighters their pre-fight instructions.
All right.
That's right. And by the way, there is a doctor on hand. Everybody
All
knows
right, good
that.
day, gentlemen. You both received your instructions earlier this morning. And you don't have to be instructed again because Len Berman knows all the rules. He'll describe them to the fans who are listening. I wish you both an awful lot of luck. Listen to me carefully, and nothing will happen. Just fight cleanly, and that's it. Good luck to both of you. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm going to turn it over to you, Len. I'll try to keep quiet.
All we have to do now, Howard, is wait for the bell to ring.
That's right. I got $1,000 on Stallone. Hey, do you think Stallone used Nair over his whole body, Len? He's nicely shaven, I must say.
Howard, as far as the rules, it's 3 2-minute rounds. That's
Right.
the
That's
amateurs. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. You go down the third time in any one round,
That's
the
it.
fight's over.
Okay.
No standing 8 counts, so the boxers will not be protected by the referee here, and you can be saved by the bell.
I see.
Okay.
So those are the rules we're on, and the 10-point must system.
All right, some last-minute rules being explained to the boxers. Geraldo looks very, very
It's
mean.
exciting. The moments before a major fight.
I'm nervous.
There's
I feel- 10
nothing
seconds.
more exciting in sports.
I feel like I'm going to piss.
Both boxers, here we go.
Here we go.
And they both are in the center of the ring, both trying to jab. Stallone crouching a bit. Stallone going after Geraldo and connects with a left hook. And the uppercut in the right, and Stallone is on top of Rivera. Rivera trying to hold him off. Geraldo exercising the jab. Really Stallone on the offensive. And Stallone's jab a bit more effective, and the left hand from Stallone brings a rise from the crowd. Geraldo backed up against the ropes. Rivera told me he was going to try to run in the first round, but Stallone won't let him. It's a smallish size ring, and I think that works to Stallone's advantage. Stallone, the right hook. Stallone to the body. Stallone clearly with the advantage here in round number 1. 2 minutes can seem like an eternity here for Geraldo Rivera. Another good jab and another one from Stallone, and another jab, and a right hand from Stallone. It's all Frank Stallone. Geraldo's face reddening. Stallone, another one, backs up Rivera to the ropes. Arthur McCanny separating the boxers. It's been all Frank Stallone in round number 1, and another jab from Frank. Geraldo having trouble connecting and with his headgear.
Seems to be going in on the cutting off the ring, right, Len?
Well, Stallone not allowing Rivera to run. Rivera backed up against the ropes. Stallone with a strong right hand, and Rivera trying to hang on. Forget the fight. Can Rivera hang on for round 1?
How much time is left?
How much time is left is right.
2 minutes is a long time.
It is a long time. And Stallone connecting with a right, a left, another right. 10 seconds to go in the first round.
10 seconds left, Len.
Final seconds of round 1. It's been all Stallone, and misses wildly with the hook, and that's it. And McCanny has to separate the two. Good round for Frank Stallone.
Wow, Frank Stallone looking awesome. Could there be a knockout here? Michael Spinks, what do you think? What did you think of the first round?
Like I mentioned earlier, I said that Stallone starting early would be to his advantage.
Right, he's come in, he's
And that we could possibly see a knockout here.
Just nice and easy. Don't let folks. You're killing it. But don't load up. Your jab is working beautiful. Keep it up.
When you throw the jab, block the jab, try your own jab. You're not blocking. You can't just let him clear away. Block the jab and come back with your own jab, right hand.
Len, I think we're ready for more action here. Let's go to round 2 as Len Berman calls the fight. Hold on. Geraldo looks like he's recovered somewhat, doesn't he? His face.
He really does. His face was red at the end of the first round, but his corner people have done a good job. Doru Corbinu, a Romanian middleweight champ, in his corner, along with Michael Olajide. They've done a good job. Here we go, round 2, and again, Stallone backs up Geraldo. Geraldo trying to fight back. Geraldo, that headgear's covering his eyes. I think Geraldo's having more trouble with the headgear than Stallone. Stallone has him backed against the ropes again. Got to fix Geraldo's headgear. And Stallone goes down. No, it's ruled a knockdown. It's ruled a knockdown. Geraldo scores the knockdown in round number 2. Geraldo comes off with a jab, and now Stallone has to be angry. He thought it was a slip, and he's going all over Geraldo, the left, and he backs him into the corner once again. We've had a knockdown here in round 2. Stallone went down.
Stallone looks a little bruised up here. Look at the body.
Both fighters look tired here in the second round. Stallone trying to work the body. Arthur McCanny separates the two once again. Geraldo with the flash knockdown. Stallone connects with a wild left hook and then misses with a left. Now he bores after Geraldo with a right hand. Oh, Stallone making the comeback here after getting knocked down early in the round. They're both in the middle of the ring, trying to measure each other. Both winded a bit, it's obvious. Both fighters just using the jab. Stallone connects with a right and a left and a big right, and he's got Rivera in the corner again. Rivera now turns it around. He's got Stallone in the corner.
Frank holding on.
Mercanti separates the two. Stallone trying to work Rivera up against the rope. 5 seconds of an eventful second round, and that's it. That's
round
it.
2. Len, I gotta ask you, was that a knockdown?
Looked like a slip. What does Michael think?
Michael, what do you think?
I think it was a slip. It was a slip.
Yeah.
I saw the slip.
The spider, nice tight, nice relaxed shorts. Shots out. I'm hurt. You're hurt and beautiful. You're loading up.
Wait a second. We have 2 round card girls now. Michael, what do you think of these 2 round card girls? How's that?
They look great. They look great.
They're looking real good. Hey, by the way,
He's tired, man. He's tired. Get now. When you block this guy, come out with left hook. Move around. Move around. Wait a minute. Whenever you get so he's going to go. He's tired, right? He's going to come out. But that's all it's
This is it. Just 2 rounds of boxing to go.
Len, is Geraldo surprising you?
Oh, well, I have to be shocked by the knockdown. I mean,
Right.
Arthur Mercanti Sr.
Len, there's just 1 round of boxing to go.
1 round.
Isn't that what I said? 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, 1 round.
All right, here we go.
Here we go with round number 3. Both fighters holding on. They're in the middle of the ring. Stallone's trying to fight out. Geraldo's just grabbing. Stallone with the left jab, still effective. And he backs up Geraldo into the ropes once again. Geraldo trying to force his way out of there, but he's holding on. Geraldo's strategy may be just to wait out these 2 minutes and avoid a knockout.
Is that what you think is going on here?
Maybe. Geraldo's yet to throw a punch here in the 3rd round. He's trying now. Now Geraldo tries an uppercut. Stallone counters with a left cross. And Stallone with the uppercut. And Geraldo again just trying to hold on. Stallone trying to measure him. Stallone with the right hand glances off the top of Geraldo's head. And again, Arthur Mercanti separates the boxers here. We're into the 3rd round. We had a knockdown in the 2nd. Stallone a big 1st round. What will happen in the 3rd? Geraldo trying to grab to Stallone. Stallone's jab effective. It's really the Stallone jab, Howard, that's held off Geraldo here in the fight. And now they fix Geraldo's headgear. And here comes Frank Stallone with a right hand. And again, Rivera trying just to hang on. Again, they're separated midway through the final round. Good jab again from Stallone. Backs up Rivera. And Stallone with a right to the body. It's been all Stallone here in the 3rd round, much as it was in the 1st. Crowd trying to urge on Rivera. Many of the crowd on their feet. Final seconds of the fight. Will there be one big punch to end it? Again, both boxers clutching, grabbing.
They're very tired.
Geraldo looks the worse for wear, looks more tired. Stallone bores after him in the corner. Final 10 seconds. The left hand from Stallone. Geraldo trying to survive the fight. And he does it.
He does it.
When he does it.
Great fight. Geraldo going the distance. Go in the ring. Robin, I'm making my way to the ring. All right, I'm climbing in now. I'm going to try and get to the 2 boxers. Get in there. Frank, how do you feel? How do you feel, Frank?
Feel good.
Do you? We're waiting for the judge's decision, of course. Did you think it would go 3 rounds?
My fighter won.
You think Tom Caddy thought he won?
My fighter definitely won. I landed harder punches.
Well, you surprised by the knockdown?
That wasn't a knockout. I slipped.
You say you slipped. Try and get into Geraldo. Let me get over to Geraldo's corner. Geraldo, great fight.
Thank you.
What happened in the knockdown there? Do you think you got him on a clean knockdown, or was that a slip?
It's hard to say. He's tough.
Are you glad you went the distance with him? Some were predicting an early knockout because of the heavier man.
I don't get knocked out.
You don't get knocked out. Good fight, Geraldo. We'll wait for the judge's decision. All right, the two fighters looking good. It's wild. I held the belt in my hand, the championship belt. We're going to wait for the decision. Here we go.
All right, Michael Buffer's in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official scoring. Arthur McKenny Jr. scores about 30-26. Carol Castellano has it 30-26. And Arthur McKenny Sr., our referee, scores it 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Frank Stallone. And let's hear it for Geraldo Rivera.
How do you get into the ring? How do you get in it? Let me bring the championship belt to Frank. Frank, you look confident through the whole fight.
Let me say one thing.
Turn to the camera.
Let me say one thing. Geraldo Rivera has got more heart and more balls than anybody I know. I hit this guy with hard shots. He came back. He didn't give up for a second. He's a man, more than a man, because it takes a lot of balls to get in this ring. And I take my hat off to it. I outweighed him. He came back fighting, and God bless him. Geraldo, come here, man.
Right, here's Geraldo Rivera, a great fighter, Geraldo Rivera. The two boxers hugging. Geraldo?
It's nice to be in the same ring with a gentleman. Frank's a good fighter. His punches were really stinging. I'm glad I could go the distance, and it was a real honor to fight you, Frank.
Let me say something to both of you guys. I have never sat so close in a fight, and I got to say something. I have much respect for both of you. The way you guys were bashing each other. Geraldo, I couldn't believe you took some very heavy punches to the body and face, and the same with you, Frank.
Yeah, he's got a, I was hitting him with shots, and he's got a strong chin. And anyone out there that thinks it's easy, let me tell you something, man. We're in our 40s. To get in this ring, you have to have a lot of guts, and Geraldo Rivera is a man of his word, and he came to fight.
Let me ask Geraldo one question, Frank. Well, I noticed Frank was wearing a lot of lotion, Geraldo. Were you finding your punches were slipping off of him?
It was a bit distracting. I didn't know whether to punch him or kiss him. No. Frank is a great fighter, and any of you guys doubt that, come on down here and spend a couple of minutes.
Geraldo, let me ask you one final...
One question. The headgear seemed to be a problem for you, and you made that mandatory. Do you feel that was a mistake?
Headgear. It wasn't his headgear, and it was big, and it does slip because of the vast...
Geraldo, are you sorry you went for the headgear? Because maybe it would have been a little bit easier fight for you. The headgear kept slipping into your eyes.
On the other hand, maybe I could have had brain damage.
Right. Like me.
Tape a show today.
I got you.
Can I say one more thing, Tom? I'd like to thank my trainer, Tom Patty, who got me in shape. 2 weeks ago when they told me about his fight, I was laying in bed with a cigarette in my mouth and a bottle of wine. This man got me in shape. I'd like to thank Brian Hamill, my corner man, my friend Tom Cantone, Howard Stern, all the people at the Jet Center in Los Angeles. God bless you. Thank you. And this is for a wonderful, wonderful cause.
Let me make that announcement, Howard.
Go ahead.
I know you don't like to be associated with good things. Let's just turn this to the crowd, though. On behalf of Frank Stallone and me, and yes, Howard and Robin, $10,200 going to the mentally retarded.
To contribute to the Working Organization for Retarded Children and Adults, call 718-767-4075.
Third man in the ring, the best ref in the world.
Live from the Scrapple in the Apple, Robin Quivers and myself. We'll be back later on the radio. We're going to take a seat in a second, Robin, go over the betting, but we want to say goodbye to our TV audience right now. Goodbye, everybody. A great fight.